¿por qué querías que Stuber te la firmara?
Porque eso es mi ídolo, desde hace mucho que sigo al equipo, yo soy muy fanático de él. Vengo desde Monterrey, México, veo todos los partidos y pues mi ídolo es él y estoy muy contento, por fin lo conseguí. Muchas gracias. Acá está.
¿Por qué? ¿Pero por qué precisamente él?
Porque es el portero del equipo que amo y es el portero del equipo que quiero con todo mi corazón. Y aunque yo soy de México, a este equipo yo lo sigo desde siempre. Y porque soy portero, claramente.
I mean, obviously, I'm super honored that they felt that they could travel here just to like see me play and get an autograph from me. But for me, I just go out there and play a game, and I don't think us as players just understand like how big of a role we play. I know when I was a kid, just looking up to my high school team was kind of a big deal for me. So to hear that he traveled all the way from Monterrey, super excited that they could come to a game and witness Q2, and happy that I was able to sign that jersey for him.
Buenas noches, bienvenidos una vez más a FCTV. Señores, we're going to have a show in English, so don't go anywhere. Nada más voy a presentar, les damos la bienvenida. Señores, vamos a tener un programa en inglés. Les damos la bienvenida hoy que es lunes 18 de marzo de 2000. Me siento medio raro contigo a un lado. 2024, I feel strange with this guy next to me. But we have two guests. We didn't have one guest, that's why we have two guests. That's why we are on the studio number, actually this is studio number 1. And we're going to have a show in English because we have two people, actually one of them that doesn't speak English, but
he speaks Spanish. He doesn't speak Spanish.
I'm sorry, he doesn't speak Spanish. Eric, buen man, right? Like Goodman?
Sí.
Buen hombre.
That's
Buen
right.
hombre. Hi Eric, how are you? Welcome.
Bueno, un poquito en español, si quieres, si vais a intentar.
No, it's okay. We're gonna do this in English.
We're gonna try in English first.
So, no te vayas para afuera, Archie. So, Miguelito, how are you?
Good, how are you, man?
Very good. Archie, again,
Bien,
welcome.
I'm good.
Welcome, because we thought we may be too hard for Eric, so he needs a backup.
You guys aren't that tough. I mean, honestly.
People
we're so friendly.
Where does this come from, this
People
reputation?
complains
Like,
about
Jorge,
it.
the Club Deportes, there's so, come on.
Equally, where's this come from? This notion that I'm soft?
Yeah, he's a New York guy. What are you talking about?
No. Actually, you are harder. I mean, sometimes your questions. I mean, you do the bullshit questions, not me.
That's right.
A little throwback from season 1, Austin. That's excellent.
Exactly. And that was like a real good question.
People still tag me on the street. They're like, "Hey, your bullshit question."
Here's the bullshit question. That's right. Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's like you said. I mean, I don't know why they think I don't try to. I'm not trying to. I'm just asking.
Especially
you're like a teddy bear in the Club Deportes studio here. I mean, so let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. So we have a lot to talk in well, not the past game, but actually the season. 4 games we haven't win, and there are a lot of stuff that we're gonna be showing on that. So Eric, we're gonna try to argue in English the best we can. But interrupt us whenever you want to interrupt.
No problem.
Okay, and I don't have to tell you anything. So we can start with let's start with the alineación, with the starting 11. Gio,
from Saturday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
take a look.
Let's take a look on this one that we were. I mean, what do you think? Let's start with our guest, our first guest, Eric. What do you think about this?
So first of all, I knew that it would not be long for Jader Obrian to kind of establish his starting position on the right wing. He brings that kind of speed. That was my favorite signing. There weren't many signings that Austin FC made this offseason. He was my favorite because he brings that pace and that dynamism that they hadn't had before. So I immediately like seeing him there. And same with Diego Rubio. I mean, the Giazzi Zardes experiment, it just hasn't worked in Austin. So if nothing else, Rubio gives you another look. He got on the score sheet. So clearly, I think he's kind of working towards establishing his spot at the top of the attack.
Do you like the change of Vito? The left side guy?
Guilherme, the Brazilian guy.
The Brazilian guy.
Yeah, and
Instead of Komanich?
I was expecting to see him after a few weeks because he got to the camp late. So I was expecting Komanich for the first few weeks, and then if it's a good sign to see Biro start, and then we're probably going to see a lot more of him because it looked like Komanich was
He's
down
out.
and in a lot of pain. I did see in the locker room. Did see him. He wasn't on crutches. I didn't even see a brace on his knee. He looked to be okay, but
It's like a hamstring or
It looks
something?
like a hamstring for him.
Okay,
no?
so
it should be a couple of weeks.
maybe not so serious, and that'd be good news.
Okay, so how about you actually? Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's because actually it's the same.
I mean, all things considered, I think. I mean, overall, when I saw the starting 11, I wasn't surprised. I think with Rigoni, it's almost like he has to put him out there at this point. I mean, this is a guy who's taking up so much money on the salary cap and everything, and you not able to start Driussi. Looks like, I would think by now with Driussi coming off the bench, you will get a start out of him, and then Josh can shuffle his starting 11. But I'm not surprised to see Rigoni starting. I love Rubio. I mean, I really like what Rubio's brought so far, so I was glad to see Rubio start. And kind of like you, Obrian, you can see there's definitely some fire there, a passion there.
I don't like at all that they Pereira played as a number 10. I think he's completely lost at that position. He's not. He doesn't feel. No, Pereira.
Danny.
Pereira, yeah. Well, it's funny.
Pereira played as a number 10.
He played as a 10 in college.
Yeah, but
that's different. I know. He's much more. He
doesn't feel comfortable.
I was glad to see it tried. I agree with you. It didn't work, but I do think that he can develop into. I love him on the ball. He progresses the ball from midfield in a great way. And if you're not going to have Driussi there, that was my first thought. Maybe give Danny a chance, especially when you have Ring, you have Valencia.
To me, we don't have a Driussi. We should move to that lineup that we have right now, 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Instead of to play 4-2-1 or 4-2-1-3-1.
Yeah.
I mean, if we move to the 4-3-3, could be that it's going to work better for us than to have a really number 10 that is, Pereira that's supposed to be in that position that is not playing at all in that position.
I know. The problem is that in the first half, that starting 11 did nothing. I mean, it was really poor.
Nothing.
But it's kind of the same in the first 4 games. We are because last week I heard some people on the fan reactions from Hernan. There was people saying, you know what? That was a good strategy. We give him the ball, and then we handled. It was like a.
You're talking about against St. Louis?
Yeah, we saved a lot of them. We saved the ones on the crossbar on the side that he took it out on the line.
But St. Louis is a team that you.
No. But what I'm saying is, you don't plan to solve for 45 minutes. If that was the plan. It was like really.
We just
that
lost
was
the
not
ball.
the plan.
We couldn't take the ball.
But I like the changes at halftime. I thought the changes at halftime were smart, and the team was far better in the second half. The switches that they made. What's that?
In San Luis.
No.
Saturday night.
This one?
Yeah, because
Saturday
Saturdays were
night.
Saturday night, do you like the changes?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I like the changes on Saturday night. You saw it, and like they scored 2 quick goals.
No.
But
the goal was. Okay, let's talk about the goal.
Now, granted, you can't predict Hector Jimenez having to come in after Komanich.
The goal was because Komanich was out, and by lucky to me, everything was fixed. You move Gallagher to the left position. They put Jimenez in the other side, and
Jimenez on the right. Yeah.
On the right side, and Jimenez produced the first goal, and 2 minutes later,
it was Wolff.
Gallagher put it there.
And then so Valencia comes out at halftime, right?
Valencia moved out, and you moved Pereira to the position that he used to play all the time.
Which helped. It helped in possession.
To help, but the injury of Komanich was the lucky part that we have, and because of that, we have the 2 scores.
No, but I think
it's happened like this.
No, but I still think I saw a better team. I thought in the second half. I saw a team in the first half that produced nothing. Zero.
Zero.
And I think you just you saw a better team in the second half.
Yeah, maybe Jimenez
from 0 to 1, but not a lot.
Maybe it was that right back or that left back position that impacted the goals, but there were so many more chances that they created in the second half that came from all over the pitch, that especially building up from midfield, that they just there was nothing happening in the first half.
I like Biro out there too. I mean, I do think he is going to be a nice player for the team.
Let's start with the.
Biro try to play like in the backyard. He's trying to, dribbling a lot of.
No, but you know what? I like him. I like him because.
I like him too.
Because was his fault the first goal?
First goal of the season?
No. The first goal, the penalty, his fault.
Why?
He moved the ball from the left to the center.
Oh yeah, he was.
And Cascante had to kick it, and they recover over there, and that's the fault.
Oh well, come on. I mean, he was a mistake.
I mean,
but
it's a rookie mistake. It's a
I
rookie
remember
mistake.
I remember thinking that was
a rookie mistake. You cannot play that one in the field.
Okay, but
it's elementary.
But that.
I think what he gives you going forward is a lot.
Per game. Like that, you lose 10 per game. Once
not
it was
in your area.
Once it was the fall, you have a new play, so you can't blame Biro for that.
If he just moved it to the right side, nothing happened.
I think he gives you so much going forward. That's why I like him.
That's exactly what I said. Because when I say, I was right on his side, and I saw him going forward. The way I don't see.
I don't like how to play.
I mean, the way I don't see Komanic, because he has a lot more technique. I mean, Komanic is good. Komanic goes, and I mean, he's like a warrior. But I think this guy has the Brazilian technique because he went all the way to almost to the line, and
he compromised a lot of balls all the time.
Okay, well then they push him a little bit forward.
I like Komanic when you had Fagundes who would come inside from the left wing. And then, I know. And then Komanic could go to the corner flag and use his left foot to swing cross. I think that worked. When you have Rigoni who wants to stay more on the wing, and he also, he takes the set pieces. He fancies himself his ability to cross and create that way. I think it helps to have Biro, who's going to be a little bit more dangerous with the ball.
I think he just needs more time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's going to be. And I thought he was like a center back when we got him. For some reason, I thought he was a center back.
No, more of a fullback.
Okay, perfect. Let's have the highlights, and then we talk over the video. So basically, Miguelito says we had a lucky 2 goals. What do you think?
I think you make your own breaks. I mean, honestly, I understand. Yes, fortune favors the bold, and I'd say the first goal you get a lucky deflection, but you got to play in that ball. You got to make that pass. You got to,
I'm not even convinced if that deflection doesn't happen. If it still doesn't, if Rubio's still not able to
maybe
get his head
to run onto it.
It wasn't that much. It didn't change direction that much.
And I understand the pass, the assist from Owen Wolff is such that. Yeah, here it is, right here.
Yeah, you see,
when you look at it at first, you don't think it's a penalty.
They didn't even show the play you said. I mean, it was not even important for them. For Apple TV.
So there's the
for
penalty.
Apple TV, they lost. So sometimes they don't even put the goal.
Yeah, the guys from Apple TV suck.
Especially the producers.
The trailer
that's harsh.
I'll say this real quick though. I haven't watched across the league. I know there's been some issues, but I thought in the games Austin's played, the refereeing has not been as big an issue as I thought.
With other games, yes.
As it's been in other games.
I agree with that. I agree with that assessment. I mean, so here you have the first half, and Philly kind of bossed it. Now, I know they got absolutely hammered in Pachuca in midweek, but I thought if they had lost 2-0, I don't think you would have seen this Philadelphia play this hard in the first half. They kind of almost had to come out and kind of make a statement here, basically just to prove to their coach that that they're an actual team. But I think Philly kind of did run out of gas a little bit in the second half, having to play midweek.
This is what I'm telling you. You see?
Yeah.
It's like he's all the way there, man, and he runs back.
Yeah, and he's stretching the defense.
That's what I see,
yeah.
and he does something that the other guys they don't do. He opens the field.
Now here's a second. There's Jimenez who had just come. This is his first touch, I think, of the entire
game.
game.
Yeah, it was the first touch.
Yeah, there's a little bit of the flick, but
no, I think either way
that's not a lucky goal, Miguelito. I mean, that's a good goal. That's a good goal. I mean, maybe there's a slight deflection there. I understand. I mean,
it's not great marking.
When
but
I
it's
say
not
that
luck.
it's lucky is because I think if Komanic is still there, nothing happened.
You don't think Gallagher, when he was playing right back,
no, because
could make
Gallagher
that pass?
plays completely on the other side. I mean, very close to the to the corner. All the time he's going up.
Good run from Rubio,
Really good run from Rubio. Was behind, so.
Really good run from Rubio.
And then
it's a good goal. It's a good goal.
No, this is a lucky one. This is a lucky one because Dream tried to.
Everybody tried, and Gallagher said thank you so much. Now Gallagher plays much better in the left side.
It's a nice finish from Gallagher too. You have to say that. But no, you make the.
I like Gallagher in the left side.
You do make the pass, and you look at how many guys are making runs into that box, and that's been my biggest issue with the way this team can sometimes play. Is nobody's gambling to make a run, and you have those defenders have so much to worry about that no one even sees Gallagher come in, and you wind up with a pretty simple. It was a good finish, but. You know, there's nobody in his face.
This was a lucky one. I mean, I understand Miguelito on this one.
Now in this one here again, we lost the ball at the to try to go out, and because of that, this is what happened.
Yeah, and you had an overload there on that side, and that absolutely was a killer. I mean, and it's frustrating. I'm sure it's really frustrating for Josh to see something like that.
The players or the coach asking, you need to play like this. I mean, to me, it's a coach. The coach needs to know that we don't have enough players to play like Barcelona. Come on.
I don't know if there's a way to play that goal. I mean, because you see some of the positioning, like they're out of position in transition there.
But it's in the transition
first of all, it's a bad giveaway.
But you know what? If you're trying to kick the ball all the time, I mean, you need to control the game and somehow. If they try to do that, to control the ball and to have the, how do you call it, possession.
Yeah, but
I think, you had Jimenez come in. I mean, he did what he did on the offensive end, but then he comes in. He's having to play that right back. Maybe that's a back four that's never played together.
Again, that one.
That's a bad giveaway.
And that was also
absolutely.
That was also a ring, right?
You can't be doing those giveaways in your offense
all the time like that.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Okay, guys,
and that's from one of your designated players.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I mean,
yes.
This was a juicy one.
That was
okay. We're gonna listen to.
If he's in like shape, I think he scores that. He's a little rusty. First minutes of the season.
Let's listen to what happened after the game.
It's a great rip-it goal, though. You going to Josh's post game?
Yeah. Let's see. On Hector Jimenez, well, it took 4 weeks or 4 games to have him there. Why it took that long instead of having Owen or Finlay last week on that position? Why it took you too long to give him an opportunity to Hector?
Yeah, I think there's just situations in games that call for it. In the first game, we'd already burned subs, and we didn't want to utilize those subs. We had guys on the field that we felt could do it, and that was part of the reason. I think each game presents its own questions of what the opposition is, and certainly what's needed from us. So. Z and Biro are trying to get fit, and they're our left backs. Johnny is our right back, and Hector is our backup right back. So, as opportunities come, in whatever ways they come, you hope the players can perform. And Hector did a good job today.
And about the starting 2024 is the worst on the history. Are you happy with the 3 points?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty pleased with our progression in the first part of the season here. It's against difficult opponents, so we got to continue to grind and push. And like I said, we played 3 of the best teams in the league. And where we missed some points, home games we want to win. I think we all know that. We do everything we can. We've been in position to win 2 of these games. So from that standpoint, there's positivity. We got to finish the games out, and you can either do that scoring a third, killing it off the right way, or, as I said, you can keep the ball.
Se ha jugado muy similar contra San Luis y contra Filadelfia, y el marcador fue el mismo. ¿Qué es lo que falta? ¿Qué es lo que crees que falta para ganar?
Eso, lo que he dicho bastante. Yo creo que hacemos cosas muy buenas, estamos haciendo cosas muy buenas, pero hacerlas más, repetirlas hasta que salgan más goles, ¿verdad? Salgan mejores cosas, y así poder cansar al rival un poco más, especialmente aquí en casa. Yo creo que a veces ellos tienen mucho el balón, nos llegan mucho, siendo que los tenemos que tener más lejos del del área, no tan cerca. Entonces para mí es eso. Obviamente, verdad, no va a ser nunca el tema de tener 3 posibilidades y hacer los 3 goles. Eso no existe, ¿verdad? En el fútbol. A veces sí, un par de partidos sí, como la semana pasada, ¿verdad? Que tuvimos 2 chances, 2 goles. Pero tenemos que crear más, tenemos que ser mejores arriba, tenemos que dominar más y intentar sacar el balón desde abajo o ya desde más arriba, mantenerlo más para que no nos puedan contragolpear y darles mucho al balón a ellos.
¿Y tu sentimiento por haber marcado el primer gol con Austin?
No, bien, como lo dije, o sea, era yo creo un momento importante dentro del partido donde pude marcar y los ánimos se levantaron, verdad, la gente empezó a alentar más, fue importante el momento, pero como lo dije, cuando hicimos el 2-1 como que vale aún más mi gol. Después, bueno, en el 2-2 obviamente uno no se queda contento, yo no me quedé contento, pero bueno, ojalá pueda ayudar al equipo a darle más triunfo.
Yeah, I think as a group, we need to put in 90 minutes worth of work the entire game. There are moments in the first half where we weren't exactly ourselves or we weren't clean enough on the ball, and we're just not capitalizing on some of our opportunities on both ends of the ball. But I think the grit, the mentality, the willingness to keep fighting no matter what the situation, it's great from the guys. We're going up against some of the best teams in this league right now, historically some of the best teams, and taking points away from them is always good. Getting ties at home doesn't always feel great, but right now just having the ability to keep those points, keep that momentum, and just kind of clean up the areas that we need to turn those ties into wins.
So there you go.
I like him. I like Ruben, but my question to you guys, it's and to you, Miguelito as well. Josh Wolff is pleased with the 3 points in 4 games.
I don't think that's true. I mean,
it's not what he said.
Come on.
First of all, it's not what he said.
He just
He
said.
say that. I mean,
I don't think he's pleased with only having 3 points. I think when you look at the performances so far, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know if you would call it pleased.
No, I'm pleased.
But I think when you look at, I'll say this: like I'm not as down on this team as others are right now, because I think I kind of see what's.
So do you like the performance? Really?
I don't like the first half performance. I like the second half performance way better. And then when Driussi was on the field, you could really see like, okay, this is a team that, you know, if this group is out there, like they're going to improve and they're going to be better. I think you have to take into account their very best player has been out these first couple of games, and they've managed to get a couple points.
Not only their very best player, they're the only player on this roster that if you're an MLS manager, you're jealous of. Like, who else on this roster do you look at and say, that's a player I want on my team? Really?
No.
Maybe Väisänen when healthy, maybe, but
that's a good point. And for what they did, and Jorge, what they did in the transfer market, which they weren't able to do a lot. They're hamstrung here, and when Rigoni can come off the books, then maybe you'll see Rodo bringing in some more.
Yeah, but that's the point.
That's
we
got
have
to be
Rigoni. Rigoni's $2 million and what?
I know, and they're kind of.
That's a DP. Whatever it costs.
That's just something that they're just going to have to deal with this year. They're just going to have to kind of withstand it, and it's unfortunate.
They missed on Rigoni. I don't think Josh. I mean. There's one thing a manager has to do is get the best out of his players, but I really think he's tried. He's played Rigoni as a 9. He's played him on the wing. He's played him on either wing. I mean, I don't know what else he can try with Rigoni.
Number 10.
Maybe but you have Driussi when healthy. Yeah.
But when he wasn't available, we asked Rigoni, "Do you like to play as a 10?" He said, "I love it." That's
and I think he did that at Independiente or Belgrano, one of those.
Exactly, but he over here he tried once, I think, and he used for a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, if you have a guy who loves to play 10, he's from Argentina. He did it before, and he has the quality that he's supposed to have with $2 million and whatever his salary is. Why you don't give him the opportunity?
I think what you're seeing in the first part of this season is just a little bit of pragmatism from Josh, in that like he's got. You know, you get a draw in Seattle, which is
Archie. You're very positive today.
No.
Only 3 points, Archie.
You're talking about.
I understand that it's MLS. What is it? The 12th place gets in the playoffs. Tranquilos.
No, but You're saying that
3 games at home, and they just 3 points.
It's okay. Like this, I'm
It's
not
not
worried
okay.
about that.
It's not okay.
The St. Louis, the way they played against St. Louis, they didn't get the result that they wanted, obviously. But would you agree? They played,
with
they
Minnesota?
played well.
In Minnesota?
Minnesota didn't play as well. They were actually
And then with Seattle, we really pray until.
No, but that was.
Thanks to La Rosa de
and you get a
Guadalupe,
point.
we didn't lose.
And you get a point. Well, that's true. They got that.
So that's what the conflict. It's you have a game where you play. You have 2 home games where you play well, and you're unlucky to get 3 points.
But I don't know if they played well. I mean, how many opportunities
against
they
St.
have?
Louis, they played
Really
well.
opportunities
Against
to
Minnesota,
score.
they
No. I think they play better. The way he said, they play better.
I thought against against the Union. Now, they had a lot of shots, but Austin, it's an unlucky penalty. And then you respond and you take the lead. And I thought by that point they were going to hold on and win the game. And it didn't work out. They should have held on. They should have turned that into 3 points. They played well enough to earn 3 points.
Any of the 4 games that we have been playing, Austin will be better or have been better than the other opponent.
Well, if you're talking about
4 games. Any of those.
If you're talking the way
the other team play better than
but
us.
if you think
in every game, even this Saturday,
even this Saturday, in first half,
I think it's
they
a tale
played
two
much
halves.
better in the first half.
If you think
I
like
think
some
it's a tale
fans
two halves. Philly clearly
or
better
like
in the
Wolff
first half.
thing, they play good 10 minutes. So they say, yeah, we
But
play
10
good.
minutes of 90?
I get it. But when you ask people, they say, yeah, we play good. For those 10 minutes, they think the whole game was good. But for me, no, it wasn't a good game.
No, I would say to you, the first half, I thought they were really poor in the first half on Saturday night.
So,
I mean, really bad. And the same thing with Minnesota in the opening match. Really bad. In Seattle overall, I understand you're in Seattle. You kind of bunkered in against Seattle to play for a draw.
I do think that's one of Josh's biggest weaknesses is just being resigned to his fate, especially on the road. I think he gives teams like Seattle a little bit too much respect.
Yeah.
Now, to me, in any of the games, we say, "Oh, we lost 2 points," or "Oh, we be better and we should win this one." Never, I didn't ever feel that one. It's like, at least we have the draw.
Again, the way I'm looking at the lens of not having your por lejos by long ways your best player on the field, and so you kind of have to make do with results. Now you've got Driussi coming back.
But that's
now, if I see similar performances over the next 4 games with Driussi in the starting 11, that is a huge red flag.
That's another questionable thing. I mean, we have Leo. With injury, we had Ring. We had Ring. We have Cascante, Komanic.
Yeah, and the Komanic might end up actually working in their favor if it gets.
Do you think?
Listen, they only are able to bring in so many players this winter. I think that's another big thing. They weren't able to bring in. They brought in Rubio. They did the best that they could, I think, in the transfer market because with the money that they were working with, that is at the executive level.
Exactly.
And I think when you're the former general manager, the old contracts, the old general manager, the old sporting director, who's no longer here.
No, senor. George Wolff, in one interview with me, in a media conference, I asked him, who's responsible for doubling the Cascante salary? Who's responsible for extending the contracts? For Sarde's contract, 3 years, with his age and everything. And he said, I am. So Reina
when did you ask him that, though?
That was at the beginning of 2023.
Well, okay, so what was happening at the beginning of 2023? You didn't have a sporting director.
Right.
Claudio Reina was AWOL.
That's what I'm saying.
So he was.
You're trying to say this is a top.
No, but I'm saying
from that perspective. So you can argue Josh. He wasn't fired, but he no longer is in that position. So if you're worried about his ability to look at players from the outside and bring them in, he's not doing that anymore.
And that's not his strength.
You know what? I still think he has a lot to do with everything.
I'm sure he gets insulted with Roto, but no, Roto
is here.
You've gotten to know Roto very well. Do you think he's
Roto's
not
Jorge
making all the decisions? I look at Roto and I hear him and I think no one is going to tell him, who to get. He might ask, for opinions, but he's going to make that final decision.
I don't think he is still doing that. I mean, I don't think he's started doing that. I don't think Roto is still learning in my point of view.
I mean, I think he talks to Josh about signings, but ultimately that decision is going to be made by Roto.
You see, every time I talk to him about, are you going to, because I asked him a couple of times, are you going to let him go in case if we have 4 games and with no wins? Or and he always said, no, he's going to stay until the end of the.
Yeah, he'll stay through the end of this season. And I mean, I think it would have to be.
He's going to stay?
I do.
Now there is another question that
I mean, it would have to be.
No,
9, 10 losses.
Catastrophic.
We have been talking.
Even with 10 losses, we'll stay there.
Okay, we have been talking on the Spanish, on FCTV. We said before many times that we believe that Josh doesn't have the proper help on the medical stuff, on the
physical stuff,
the
medical stuff,
like physical preparation,
everything.
Preparador
we don't
physical.
think because I had a video that I'm going to show you guys. It's like a.
Are you talking about just because of the rash of injuries and
all the injuries?
Explain why.
Exactly, because it's injuries by injuries, and everybody was a groin injury.
Last year there was a lot. Yeah.
Okay, and then right now it's
in pre-season.
Cascante in preseason.
Why are these guys getting hurt? That's your question.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
you need to have a guy or a medical staff or the field, whatever. I mean, this is not normal in a team.
I mean, I have no idea what the setup
That's
is.
That's the thing. It's so hard to talk about those things because none of us know how.
Do you want to see something very good?
Always.
Always. This is going to be prime time for you guys. Gio, ponnos un minuto con Josh.
But I'll just say this.
I mean, see this.
But I really want to see.
Wait a minute.
I really want to see what the next 4 games are going to look like with Driussi starting.
Can we get un minuto con Jorge Iturralde?
There you go. Okay, look at this conversation.
Okay.
Okay. For me, it seems like these guys are not getting on the same point.
Okay. Are we here to talk soccer or are we here to talk about what happens on the sideline?
Watch. Yeah, no. This is very important, Eric. This is very important because what these guys.
This is from Saturday's game.
Yeah, this is for Saturday's game. Okay. You
At what point did you film this?
Wait.
When was this filmed?
This was on. Wait, I want you to see the faces first.
That's Davey Arno, assistant coach.
See the faces. Please pay attention on the faces. Look at his face. Look at Arno's face.
Okay.
He's gonna look frustrated. Look. Wait.
And I want you to explain what you think that means.
Exactly.
What do you think that means?
We're gonna talk about that. Look at the face.
Body language. Let's talk about it.
Exactly. Let's talk about the body language. Look at the face when he turns. He goes like, "Oh no, mames."
I think he said that too. I read his lips.
Yeah, I think he said, and then the other guy says, "You know what? What's this guy doing? What is this guy doing?" And then this guy may be thinking.
I mean, listen, they're discussing. Josh makes a decision.
Wait. I'm just saying, look at his face. Hold on. Look at his face. He's going. Look what he's going to do right now.
Okay. What is he going to do?
Look. Wait.
Call his son.
Look, he's like, oh, these guys are so stupid. Something like that.
When did you film this? Like, honestly, because it's.
It was on Saturday's game.
No, but like at what point of the game?
I cannot tell you because I don't know if it was. I'll tell you something. I want to tell you why. We had 15 minutes to record on the first game, on the first half, and 15 minutes to record the second half. I don't remember if that was after those 15 minutes. So I don't want to get punched in the face by the communication people. But you know, regardless the time.
Okay.
Regardless the time, what do you see there?
What I see, first of all, I want to know, have you ever watched Liverpool? Have you ever watched Jurgen Klopp?
Of course.
Have you seen
Jurgen
Klopp?
Seen Leon, that's more than enough.
You tell me, you name me one manager who doesn't look stressed and frustrated during a tight game on the sideline.
And have an intense conversation with an assistant.
What would you want? Would you want him to be sitting feet up on the table?
But do you think that was an intense conversation? Really?
Well, I mean, they're not yelling at each other.
Do you watch FCTV?
No, but they're talking to each other very intently.
Do you guys watch FCTV last week?
Which one was that?
FCTV.
The San Luis.
No, I didn't watch it.
Way. You know, our show.
No, I know, but like I'm trying to remember like who was on it. I didn't see it.
We have the video of Wolfito getting jailed by Arnau.
Okay, I didn't see that.
We have that. Blaming.
Okay, 1 second, because this is actually a problem, and people who watch this need to know. You are making judgments on assumptions on faces. Jorge, you have a chance. We all have a chance to speak to these people, to these coaches, to these players, and hear and let them explain what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and that's what we should use. We should use what is put on the field in terms of their play, and we should use what they tell us with their words. Because anything where you just focus in on somebody's face and their body language and try to assume and put words in their mouth, it's not proper.
Let me say, I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Let me tell you why. Because Wolff said, I'm okay with the team. Oh, 3 points. Oh, it's perfect. Do you think that is true?
No, he didn't say that. He said,
I'm pleased with that.
What did he say? He said, I like how our team is progressing. Because he knows they were terrible to start the season. He knows that they weren't good enough.
And why he don't say it?
Eddie,
He did.
No, he didn't say it. He didn't say that.
He did. The press conference.
And do you think he's saying the same thing to his team? It happens all the time where a manager will say something to the press and say something completely different to
Week 1 against Minnesota, he comes out and he said he was disgusted with the first half.
Yeah,
he said they wasted it.
Okay, with the first half.
And I asked the players at halftime, what was that halftime talk like? And they said Josh was livid.
Okay.
And same thing this past Saturday.
Perfect.
John Gallagher said, I asked John, what was the difference between the first half and the second half? And he said, I can find it, I can play it. He said, Josh really laid into us at halftime and set us straight.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's perfect. That's really beautiful.
Wait. Your question to Wolff was, this is the worst starting.
And it's true. It is the worst start for the team after 4 games.
How was his answer?
Last year. Last week.
What was the answer of him?
He avoided the question. He didn't
said,
answer the question.
I'm good with the 3 points. We played versus really tough teams. We played with really tough teams. I'm good with that. We cannot just assume or hear whatever he said and say, oh, we're gonna just talk about that piece.
Okay.
I disagree with
this that. This is that week. Okay. Last week I asked him, Josh, we haven't we won one game in 8 months. Oh, we're progressing.
Progressing what?
I guess here's my main point about showing and talking about a clip like that. Because I promise you, in a game at the beginning of 2022, when they win 5-0, I'm sure you could find 60 seconds of Josh looking the exact same way.
Yeah.
And so that's what. Why would we talk about how they look in 1 minute on the sidelines rather than what actually happened?
Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. What do you think about that? What are we talking about?
I have
just guess
about the video.
Yeah. No, the video. In general,
the conversation. What do you think they were saying in the conversation?
I wouldn't even.
I think normal coach, assistant coach conversation.
Totally. It could have been any. Who knows? It could have been about how
Philadelphia
is really putting us under pressure right now. What do we do to solve it?
We need to do this. And Josh is like, no. We do this. We'll do this, and then.
If that, I'm assuming that I would guess that was from the first half. If it's from the first half in a team that I like, if I see the manager looking happy and not talking to his assistants, not trying to fix it and get better, that's when I'll have a problem with it. That if you show me a video of Josh looking happy,
I agree.
Okay.
I 100% agree with you. Now,
okay, so you think? And then that's another question.
No, go. But you gonna have a different question?
No.
Okay, go.
About the same conversation. About the same. This is your program. It's about the same conversation. Okay, so you're talking about his assistant coaches.
Yes.
Right. When this guy says, you know what, I'm going to take Gallagher out and let's put my son right there. Do you think they said, oh yeah, let's put your son right there?
No, they probably just say, okay.
They have to do what he said. He's the boss.
Yeah, he's the coach. And he's going to make those decisions.
Wait.
Us to ask
they can say, no, that's a bad idea. But at the end,
it's Josh's decision.
It's just called.
And listen, Josh
should be like that.
Josh Wolff and Davey Arnaud have known each other for a really long time. All right, they compete against each other. I think they might even played together on the same team. Like they've known each other long enough. They can have those types of conversations where they're, if there's some conflict, they just, just like we do, Jorge, you and I, all the time.
All the time.
Or you work past it. It's all part of the natural discourse. So, I mean, honestly, I take nothing from that video. I just see it as like, okay. Whenever that was filmed, Josh obviously frustrated with what's happening. Davey, trying to offer some type of suggestion.
I don't know. And my main issue is not because Because I think, I think Jorge, like we have really good, and before we brought this up, we're having good discussion about the game. This feels like just wasting time that we could be using to actually discuss what the team could be doing better. Should they have been playing better than they have so far, which is a fair question. It's when we dive into things that don't mean anything, that you can't really take anything away from without making wild assumptions, that I feel like it's not a good use of a time on the show. It's your show, you can do what you want, but that's just my opinion.
But it's okay. That's fine. I'm gonna leave that over there. What we're talking?
No, forget about that.
Yeah, forget about that.
Yeah. But I mean,
no, because it's not an absurd. This is a problem that we saw last week with Arnaud yelling to Owen Wolff, like pointing him where the goal was from San Luis at minute 50.
Why is that a problem in your opinion?
Because somebody did not do what the coach said,
okay,
or what the kid was told, or
somebody missed the responsibility.
The kid didn't understand. Something like that.
Okay.
So
communication.
Because of that communication in that particular moment.
So that was Davey yelling at Owen.
Yeah, bad. If you guys gonna see that video, we don't have time to put it on today. Watch FCTV, this show last week. You will see that part of the video in slow motion. He went and he started yelling at him.
Okay.
And he pointed him exactly where the skull was. And this guy tried to say, something, because we don't read lips. So, but wait.
In English, the word for that is called coaching. He was coaching Owen Wolff.
Okay. Because Owen Wolff got into on the side. You said he went to the left. We had 4 on the left on that particular time. We had 4 on the left and just Finley on the right.
Okay.
Because Finley moved to the right.
If he misses a responsibility, that's maybe what Davey's pointing out to him.
But the point on the video was, no, you told me this. No, you told me this. This is what we thought it happened, because he was like saying no, and he was saying yes, and he was saying no. Okay, so on that particular video, we said, okay, this was a problem. On this video, it's not like I want to do, or I want to say something that is not there. For me, this video, it shows something that they're not agree with the performance of the team.
Probably.
With whatever it is, right?
But
it looks like a difference of opinion on something, like some type of tactical switch or change or sub. I mean,
they're trying to figure out the match. They're trying to figure out Philadelphia, and they might be seeing different things.
But ultimately, that's going to be Josh's call and how and whatever sequence of the match that happened. But
and listen, we know Josh. Josh, he takes a lot of stress upon himself. So he's very rarely looks relaxed. That's just who he is. He's very serious.
How he was as a player.
He's very serious.
I think he prepares himself to now better than before, because before he used to get there with the probably the adrenaline.
Yeah, it's his 4th year now coaching. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's he's evolved as a coach as well. And he's it was really tough year 1, year 2. I mean, riding high and then crashing back down to earth.
So can I change a little bit the topic of the?
Vive con un milímetro para dímelo.
Okay. Primero.
No.
Okay. So we had 2 experts over here. So we played. No. So we had 2 experts over here. So in 2022 we played really well.
Yes.
Perfect. I mean, we went to the final conference.
Half of the season.
The results were really well.
Okay.
Sometimes
the results for I think that's
half of the
results were really
good. And that's a good point too.
Puse una gráfica del 2022. ¿La tienes por ahí?
Okay.
And so we played really well.
Up until the summer.
Okay.
The performances started dropping off.
This is the start 11 in Vancouver versus Vancouver, April 23, 2022, and the best game to me that was
against
the
LAFC.
4-1 ALFC in 2022.
Yes.
In August 26, 2022.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Look who played in those games. It's basically the same.
No, it's not. I see 6 players.
No. I mean, the same alienation, but in
okay.
the first 11 both.
Yes.
So no injuries. Normally, we didn't have any major injuries in 2022.
That's a huge thing.
Right.
That's a peak.
Not only
That's a
that,
huge
you're
thing.
right. You're so right. They were the healthiest team in the entire league.
Crazy lucky.
Because I was curious. They had 11 players play over 30 games.
Okay.
That's unheard of.
So now,
That is
look
nuts.
who play and who is playing now. Okay? Do you see a big difference between what we have right now versus what we had before?
I see 6 players that.
Okay, tell me which
7
one.
if you
Which
include
one you
Romagna.
think it's better than what we had before?
Gabrielson.
Before that Hudson or
Well, I'm telling you, Gabrielson and Hedges, I like Hedges.
Hedges?
I mean, they can be.
or
Hedges
Leo?
has experience.
Or Leo?
No, Leo's not right now.
Or Leo?
Leo's not available right now.
Gabrielson or Leo or Hedges?
No, I
But what
like
is the point,
Gabrielson.
Miguelito?
If you give me those 3, give me Gabrielson.
Okay,
Gabrielson.
who else?
I mean,
Fernandez.
Hedges.
So,
I'll say this: like Hedges,
the
circa
whole-
2017, 2018, I'd take Hedges.
So the point is that we have over here is
And
basically
real
we
quick,
have the
wait,
same players that we used to have
But
before.
let me point out one thing. You see the number 7 Driussi on both sides. What you see a goal next to him. He was so red hot.
Yeah.
So much of 2022 was Sebastian Driussi just playing out of his mind, and not only playing well but scoring. So
And he
every,
played
every
He
game.
had the freedom to go wherever he wanted.
And last season,
basically like Messi. He
I
just-
thought I want to know how you guys feel
so
about
what
this.
happened?
Well,
So the question is, what happened between this excellent team that we have right now and right now?
I think number one, you had a ton of injuries last year. I think in a lot of ways, what happened in 2022 was it maybe inflated a little bit. Yeah, I mean even Roto Barella said it
Yeah.
himself.
We played really well.
But how many times did they have to come back from like 1-0 down, 2-0 down?
But you know why we played?
I mean the LAFC game was.
was amazing. I mean, we were like amazing playing that one. You know. So to me, it's the coaching is losing that spirit and that commitment to the players. And
That's
the players
fair.
is like, oh, again these guys, and then start to put Rigoni and start to put Owen and start. I mean, they are forcing all those that you lost.
And I think
Okay, now I have to go
I mean, maybe he made too many changes going into 23 season.
No big changes.
I mean, because you also have to consider the fact that Austin, when they entered the 23 season, they are also dealing with CONCACAF. They're dealing with all these Leagues Cup as well. So he's thinking about all these 2 new competitions that he's having to deal with.
They
and then the
destroyed
injuries.
those.
Yeah, and they were awful.
And if there's one, if you're going to drop a list of complaints about, and if you were to make a case about why Josh Wolff isn't the right coach for this team, it's the way that this team's performed outside of MLS. It's
but
been
I want to go with a little more with that. ¿Nos puedes poner el fagundímetro? Sí. Okay, I want to show you. Well, let's start with the fagundímetro, and then we.
nice picture. It looks good up here.
All right.
Yeah.
The what? The Fagund?
The fagundímetro.
Oh, the Fagundes.
Okay, we need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second. There you go, Diego. Yeah, well, okay, now we have a minute to talk about this, okay? So, last 15 games, and with Diego, and the last 15 games, well, I mean, whatever, right?
I mean, it's glaring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this is the point. When Fagundes left, there was a tweet from his agent, his father. He said, we were the stone on the shoe, la piedra del zapato, right? We were the problem of the team.
Right.
He left because I understood for the tweet, not because I know anything, but I understood for the tweet that he was the problem of somehow inside the team, right?
24 points versus 10 points.
Yeah. Now
That's big.
Now this was
very big
something. This was
15
something.
games.
When we had a game, I mean a conversation with Rodo. He was offended when we asked him, why he left, why you call him on HEV and told him, he was
the manner in which he was traded.
the manner of the transaction.
So, right.
He was like, hold on. We have to go with the cortinilla.
It's like 16, 17 games now.
This is
win?
17, I think.
Yeah.
It's almost half of the season. Half
It's
season
a lot.
with
no more than 17 because we got the League's Cup. Anyways, so this is the thing, okay? It was, I understood with Rodo's conversation and everybody's, talks about
The manner in which Diego was
the manner
traded.
he left. I understood
not
that
a good look.
Diego
Not a
was
good
the problem of the system. Diego was the problem on the environment, inside the environment. Diego was the problem of everything, right? This is what everybody make it look like, okay, now Diego's gone, we're going to be better.
I think it was his salary that was the biggest thing to get rid of. That was, I mean, from my understanding, it was like, we need to start
I
shedding
don't even
salary.
think it's that. I think the Diego's biggest issue, if he really wanted to stay in Austin, his biggest issue was he actually played too well. Austin FC got an offer from the Galaxy. The Galaxy could only shop within MLS because of a penalty.
Transfer, yeah.
And they saw Fagundes and they made an offer. And you've seen Rodolfo Borrell, since he got here, I think he took one look at this roster and basically said, maybe outside of Driussi, there's not much here that I want.
Yeah.
And pretty much any time Austin FC has gotten an offer for any player, Borrell's taken it.
I mean, they got, what, $750K for Romagna? Like, that's crazy good. 400 for
And just real quick, how many players on this team do you think Borrell would get rid of in a second if he got an offer? I think so many.
A lot of them.
I think Rigoni will be the first.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, when that's...
It's easier to say which one no.
Yes, exactly. And so Fagundes, there was an offer. So I don't think anyone in Austin or anyone in Austin FC thought the team would get better by letting Fagundes go in terms of like this season, last season. But Borrell wants to do massive changes to this team, and he's going to need as much money and salary cap to do that as he can.
What's going to be interesting is when the current European season ends, and he's going to go bargain shopping. Basically,
with what money?
No, he's going to look for guys who aren't going to require a transfer fee. There's the Danish right back who's in France, Toulouse. Yeah. You can bring him in on a free. You can sign him. You got a guy who's a starter in Liga. What's it, Mikel Dessler. Yeah. Like, he's going to be looking at those types of signings. So it'll be really interesting to see who comes in. That might be the type of guy who comes in this summer. And then at the end of this season, next winter, I think that's when you're going to start to see a lot more movement from Rodo and from Austin FC in the transfer market.
To me, we used to play really well in 2022. 2023 we lost it, and we got in 2024, and it's going to be a disaster again. I mean,
I agree that it's going to be. You're going to bounce around.
It's going to be like 2023, 2024.
I think you're going to bounce around 8th and 12th, basically.
Okay, but I also think that this team doesn't really expect. They don't see MLS Cup as anything as a possibility. I don't think Rodolfo Borrell is setting this team up to give themselves the best chance.
So they should give us a discount in our season tickets. If you're thinking like that,
I mean,
they should give us the discount at $5 the beer. Give us something.
I agree.
Because the product that they gave us is terrible.
That's fair.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
And I think if a fan feels aggrieved by that and just the performance of the team,
I don't know if you guys, if you look at the salary, you start to see more spots empty.
Yeah.
And
listen,
they say, spring break.
I think that's a legitimate complaint for any fan.
This team came within one game of the MLS Cup final. Mm-hmm. They were right there. They were They were good enough to get there. And you have a sporting director come in and says, nope, not good enough.
Not good enough. Really?
Maybe he's correct. And last season they took a step back, so they do look farther away than certainly they were. But I still thought it was a little bit too much of a dismissal of what this team accomplished in 2022, and now they're going back to square one. I mean, like it or not, they are reeling back.
There is a little bit of a sense of empezar de cero.
We are now worse
what
than
you're going to do.
but
I think the idea is here is you're basically going to build around Driussi. You're just going to have to build. They
already tried that one with Rigoni.
Okay, so we agree.
No, but they missed on that, and that's the old administration who did that.
We agree on something that this season we're not going to fight for anything.
I think outside chance at a playoff.
Yeah.
What's top 9 makes playoff? Top 8? I forget.
Top 9 can make it.
Can you make 9th place?
Imagine 9. I mean, 9 of what? Of 14?
14. I mean, so. Will they go into the last month of the season with a chance of making the playoffs?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
everybody,
okay, so-
everybody.
so
because
at least-
I mean,
at
maybe they
all right.
backdoor into 8th
So
or
at
9th,
least
but
we agree on
nothing
something.
serious.
All right, at least we agree on something.
We
right?
agree.
We agree.
Estamos de
I
acuerdo.
love you, man. Anyways,
But I remember if Rodolfo or Wolff said that they want to be at the top 4 this season.
No, not Borrell. Borrell did not say that.
One of those say,
Do they want to be top?
who said that?
No. They mentioned it.
I don't know who said that.
In one of the press conferences. I don't
Who said
remember it
that?
was
Was it a coach or a player?
No. Or Borrell or Wolff. I gotta find it for next
Wolff
next
has,
time.
I don't think so.
every season, Wolff says our goal is to
Number
make
4.
the playoffs. No, he says our goal is to make the playoffs. Says that every single season. And Borrell,
Borrell said to have I remember now. Borrell said to have a home game in the playoffs, and to be that one, it's in the 4.
Okay.
In the first 4.
All right, so
There's no way that we're gonna be
Or
there.
no, you can get that in the play-in as the 8.
I know, yeah, of course. Now. Okay, we're talking about a bunch of people with the Wolff Out sign, with the Wolff Out hashtag, with the wolfout.com.
Yeah, I mean, I think
with
a lot
the
of
Wolff
fans
Out.
are very frustrated,
Do you think?
and you understand.
Do you think? And this is a question for the 4 of us. I'm going to answer as well. Do you think the office, front office, or the ownership? Do you think they care about that?
yeah, absolutely, they care. They're not going to make the decision based
on
entirely
that.
on that. But I'm sure they're aware that Josh is not popular with the fan base. I'm sure they're aware of that.
They don't care. I mean,
I think there's also a lot of the fan base that
where is Diego Fagundes?
doesn't care.
But let me explain.
Where is Diego Fagundes? The only one that they show it is Cecilio Dominguez. That's the only way that they really show. Oh, I'm listening. I'm gonna do something,
And
no matter that I lost
there was
money.
an employee who was doing the PA announcements that a lot of fans had an issue with something.
Oh, it was something that he posted on Twitter.
Yeah, and they made a change
They made a
because
change
of that.
there.
They do listen to the fans when it comes to topics, sensitive topics.
Yeah, but
No,
they
Diego
don't want to
Fagundes,
fire
no
his
Wolff.
friend. I mean,
Out.
Anthony Baker is not going to fire his friend.
No.
There's also another element to this, though, with Josh. Any new manager you come in is not going to be the same. Josh is the guy, is the manager who helped build this club and built the training facility. And so I'm not saying that means he should have the job forever, but I'm saying they're probably going to try a little bit harder to make it work with him because of how integral he was to the beginning of the club. I think
That's something that's happened in every single new MLS franchise in the last 10 or 15 years, with the exception of Cincinnati, which was
and,
dysfunctional,
Charlotte,
and
right?
Charlotte, which
Yeah.
is dysfunctional from the start.
Yeah.
Now Cincinnati looks great, but like Orlando and Minnesota both had that with Adrian Heath, where
Yep.
probably he stayed on. Our old friend Adrian Heath from the Austin
Right.
Aztecs, maybe stayed on a year or two longer than perhaps he should have. But yes, I understand there is that attachment there. Obviously, there's a long-standing relationship from the days in Columbus with Josh and Anthony Precourt. I think you'll see Josh Wolff remain head coach of this team through this season, and really the season that is going to define what's going to happen moving forward is the 25 season when you see Rolo Borrell has another 2 transfer windows under his belt, and then is able to say, okay, here's a team that we can.
Right.
Where we can have ambition with. I think that's what we're looking at.
One win
And,
in
I mean,
17
you thought
games.
he was going to be fired last
One
year,
win
Jorge,
in
and you
17
still owe me
By the way,
tacos.
so did Adrian Healy, who at the time was an employee of the club.
I'm gonna ask you
pointed
guys.
out-
One win in 17 games. In completely different. If it's not,
two
if not it's
different
in
halves of the
MLS.
season,
If
yes.
it's not in MLS, let's say
He's
Liga
gone.
MX.
In Liga MX, he's gone.
Let's say in anyone in Europe,
In Mexican League, he's gone.
it's gone.
In Spain, he's gone.
in
In Spain, he's gone.
In Argentina, he's gone
3
to
goals,
4.
4 games.
That's right. Even in MLS, mostly, and this was the point that Adrian.
Mostly, okay.
This
But
was
it's not.
Adrian
17
Healy.
games, 1 win.
Adrian
Come
Healy,
on.
who has been around this league for a long time and was an employee of Austin, pointed out that almost any other club would have parted ways with the coach at the end of 2023.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they.
Completely disaster in Conca Champions. Completely disaster
So
in
what I'm
League
saying,
Cup.
I'm just saying why they might be more hesitant because of Josh rather than if it was whoever comes next. I think they're going to give him as.
But
And they're
okay.
still filling up the stadium.
And I'm
they're
gonna
still
go- I'm gonna
selling
go a
lots of
little-
jerseys. There's no threat of relegation, so
That's a problem.
I'm
That's a
agreeing with
huge,
him.
huge
I think he said they don't care, and I think And I think they don't care. And nobody's asking me, but I think they don't care. Now,
Jorge,
and I'm going to tell you
what do you think?
And I'm going to tell you what. Thank you. I'm going to tell you one more thing. I mean, with the Open Cup tickets that they are going to
with ATX too. Yeah.
Terrible.
This is a very bad loss for the vendors. One taco, it was expecting to sell tacos on the Open Cup. What taco? Pluckers? No.
Any of those?
No.
Q2.
The Q2.
Yeah.
When they say, you know what? No, we don't want to play with that.
I hate that all these unknown teams
was that.
It was gonna because U.S. Open Cup last 2 years was played at Q2.
Right, because
Yes.
it was the senior team.
Right.
Yeah, the
now,
senior team.
Now with ATX2,
so right now it's like
whatever.
they say no because maybe whoever decides to say we're going to play with the second team. Now everybody lose. I mean, everybody.
I hate it.
is gonna lose
I
money.
hate it. Yeah, I really do.
But that comes from
now
the
it's not
league.
part of my season ticket.
That's from the league.
I lost it.
But I still,
No.
I still think you could
because
have.
there's some teams that they're going to play with the first team.
That's true. I
wish.
don't know.
I think ATX2 should be able to play in Q2 and in US
In
Open Cup.
Q2 representing
It is
that
the
one.
US
Let's
Open Cup.
respect the vendors, respect the
It's the US
stakeholders,
Open Cup. It's the second oldest club
We
competition
should be able
in
to
the world.
enter. Us and 7 of our friends.
Include Deportes
Yeah.
FC. That's
Exactly.
right.
Exactly. Gio, ¿cuánto llevamos?
A lot.
But I.
Te pasaste 10 minutos.
But
Okay,
Jorge,
we need to go really quick, huh?
Okay, but just back to your point about the ownership group. Yeah, I mean that is a very interesting thing. You know, as long as people they're still coming to the games, they're still buying those $12,
They start
$18
saying-
And
beers.
they care about the money.
You see, no, but
That's it.
They definitely care about it.
But there's,
That's it.
What he said is something.
And there's a lot of fans who don't get that upset about the losing.
But you say
there's
something.
A passionate,
You say
there's a
something that
passionate
is
side there, but a lot of
very real.
But
who
let
aren't.
me tell you something. This is a 4 game. The tickets at $20. You never seen that one before.
At $20 each.
No, but
$20 each.
After SeatGeek, what, 47?
No, $16.
We-
After the fees?
No, after
$16?
fees.
After the fees,
plus fees,
$20.
I saw that on.
Oh, that was on Saturday? Well, that was spring,
Saturday.
right?
And it's just a 4 game. It's the third one.
And that's
Used to be the end, it's already eliminated. Nobody cares.
So my favorite team in basketball is the New York Knicks. And the New York Knicks, the biggest thing is they've been so terrible and yet they sell out every game. And that just that means nothing changes. So in a way, it's a positive that the fans are not just flocking to the
If you start to
stadium.
see the fans rebel, that would be a very positive thing.
On Austin FC, we have, I would say, 2,000, 3,000 fans. The rest of them,
the guys who ran
Instagram,
Yeah, they
the Twitter, the We Are Austin TV. I mean, the guys
But that's still so much better than almost any other MLS club. I mean, certainly any MLS club.
Yeah, the experience is good.
At that point, I think the ownership they don't like to have a very radical fan base. They rather
it's soccer. It's football. They
rather have people because on the
people
color,
just like
to spend money. That's what they want.
Actually, in
Minnesota, if I'm an owner, that's what I want.
in Minnesota, I went to do the color with the people. They didn't know who was going to play. They didn't know. A lot of people saying, you know what? And I asked them,
but that's
what do you think about Rubio?
But that's it. Look at Manchester. Why does Manchester United? Why does Manchester United want a new stadium? It's not. It's not because.
You cannot compare.
No, yes, you can. I'm saying because here's what I'm talking about. Every single team across the world is catering their experience not to the biggest fans, but to the richest fans. The people who
always.
Manchester United wants more luxury suites to sell to millionaires and billionaires.
Absolutely.
Because that's where.
Why do you think MLS want to come here so bad?
Guys.
Because of all the corporations who are willing, all the corporations in Austin who are willing to pay the money for suites.
The fans, they know, will show up because they're fans and they'll buy the tickets in the stadium.
You better believe the other
pro
sports teams and the pro sports leagues in this country have taken notice, like baseball.
Yeah,
they're all. I wouldn't be surprised if Major League Baseball.
If they don't show up, nobody's going to say, oh, because of the team. They're going to say, what is it? It's our spring break. It's a South by South. You don't want to accept the team.
Of course, if the team was better, there.
Yeah, but if the fans stop going and say, I'm not going to spend more money, I'm not going to buy any more jerseys, I'm not going to go to the games until this team gets better, then
they did a campaign about don't buy anything.
Yeah,
they got a campaign on social media that don't buy any concessions. Man,
That's
was
about
full.
the referees.
Yeah.
No, for whatever. It was full every single game.
Yeah,
Nobody
of course.
cares.
Because everybody
Yo,
wants to have
I don't have
a
that
good
kind of
time.
money because that's like
What else we have? Let's go very
beer and a hot
quickly.
dog. I'm like,
¿Qué
take
más
out a
tenemos?
second mortgage.
Yes.
Ya.
We have a little more because
¿Pronósticos?
we were already
That's it?
an hour and 10 minutes, but we're going to...
You've been talking too much,
Pronósticos,
Jorge.
No, las
We don't have another hour?
¿qué gráficas? Los puntos de los tres.
Ese
ya no, Gio?
Ese ya no, Gio, ya.
That's already...
Who cares?
Who
Move,
cares?
next.
The next one, Gio?
Darle puntuación.
Esa, mira,
this one,
that
yeah.
one is a good one. Okay.
Okay,
Dale.
this is the how we will in
2021,
2021, 22,
on
23,
game
24.
4, 6 points, 7 points, 6 points, 3 points. That's because
That's
of
right. They won 2 games in the first year. They won the second and the third game. And
actually,
everybody was like,
actually,
"Oh, this team's
but
good."
now let's say the points are because of spring break or because South by South or give us your excuses.
About the attendance?
Archie, no, but the points.
The points. 3
I'm
points.
not, you see, I'm not looking at the points right now. I'm really. No, I'm serious. Like,
Okay.
What I've watched from the team, I'm not without Driussi. I'm not concerned.
So, Orlando, Dallas, San Jose, San Luis.
With Driussi, now if they get only 3 points from those 4 games, alarm bells, big
Right.
time. But
So which one do you think we're gonna win? Is
they
of
can
those?
beat Orlando. They can beat Orlando.
In Orlando.
Yes, I've watched Orlando this year.
Okay.
Not blown away. Dallas at home, they can win
we don't
that.
have Messi and Suarez, okay?
They can
I mean,
beat Dallas
just
at
to let
home.
you know.
They can beat San Jose. St. Louis, I think
San
away
Jose,
is
we never beat
St. Louis. St. Louis scored
at
6.
San Luis,
Yeah, I think.
at Dynamo,
That's- I think-
LA Galaxy.
I think, and if you're, I'm just talking about the next 4 games.
Uh-huh.
I think there's 7 points there for Austin.
Oh,
Leave it
okay.
there. How many points do you think? 4 games.
At Orlando,
Okay,
Dallas, San Jose.
Let's
at
say
San Luis.
I see there, myself, I see 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, 5. I could
5.
see 5 points. A draw in Orlando,
2.
and then
3.
Archie, what's going on with you?
No,
You're
I just
losing
I
your
could see
touch.
it.
you can see
I
7.
mean,
You're losing your touch.
I see
Regrésalos, Gio.
12.
I think the return.
Yeah, I can see 12. I can see 12.
I see 12. Listen, I
I
really
can see
think
0.
I think I can see all of it. I can
all
see
there.
8. No, Driussi. I really think the return of Driussi is going to matter a lot.
He's going to play minutes on the next 2 games. He's not going to
He's
play.
not gonna play 90 minutes.
No, he's not going to play 90, but I think he'll
Eventually he will.
start.
Probably by
He's
the
not-
third.
next
do you
game.
think he's gonna start on Saturday?
I do.
The
I don't
reason,
think
the
so.
reason
You
why I
understand?
gave him,
I think he starts.
the reason why I gave him,
He's gonna play
no,
from
he's not going to
65.
play. He's not going to
He
play.
said
The
that.
next one, no.
He said
But
that in the conference.
The reason why I gave him 3 points is because San Jose, I think Driussi is going to be ready for San Jose, which is in 2 games. Get ready, full.
So it
9
was
minutes.
Orlando, Dallas, San Jose,
Yeah.
St. Louis.
So-
But he probably play more minutes with against Dallas, but the full game is going to be against San Jose.
Yeah, but I think even then, I don't know, those 2 home games with Driussi. I think those are 2 very, very
we
winnable
had
games.
3 home games and we got 2 points from them.
But not without your star number 10. Again,
And by the way,
what I've seen, I don't
Sebastian Driussi,
the
Messi.
return of points. No, but if you look at
Sebastian
this league, Driussi is one of the top performers
Yeah.
in the league. I mean, this guy's
Not last year.
second in MVP. No, not last
Not
year.
last
but
year.
Everybody was below level last year. I mean, from what I saw,
we
in that
hope that
very
it's
small
I mean,
window,
Eric already mentioned
I think
it.
he's going to make a
in
big difference.
2022, Driussi was amazing.
Amazing
Right.
player.
no,
And
not last year.
the team, maybe they might struggle in these next 4 games. The team's not
They're
that good.
That's what
they're
I'm saying.
not. They're
That's what
not
I'm
that
saying.
good.
Do I give him 5? I'm giving 4. He's giving 7. And he's giving
3.
what? 3.
The team is just not
So,
that good.
the average-
I mean, I wouldn't
I mean,
expect too much.
I would have expected if you would have said at the beginning of the year, I would have expected more than 3 points after 4 games. And then I think in true MLS fashion, they'll probably get more points in these next 4 games than maybe they deserve or should.
Yeah, that's the league.
Is really Archie or he's somebody changing?
No, but I
Yo,
just,
¿qué sigue?
I'm
No,
not
okay.
saying a doomsday scenario. And again, this is MLS. It's
Right.
a long season, and it is
Okay.
such a forgiving
Yo
playoff
tenemos que hiciéramos
structure
el de-
that teams don't panic.
¿O quieres hacer los 4? Okay.
I'll never forget when Seattle was bottom in
Here's
July
where
and
they're
won the
screwed.
league.
Here
Okay,
is
this
where
is-
they are screwed.
This is what, look at the other one. We miss all of them.
Okay, so
Last week.
So this is Leon is me. This is the
Who was me?
prediction.
And Austin, it's the
It's you
whatever
guys.
the guest.
Whoever the
So
guest
the
is.
last time,
Okay.
the guest scored 3. I mean, they matched 3, and we lost all of
Okay,
them.
so let's go very quick. It's Red Bull
Red
against
Bulls, Miami.
Miami.
Okay, so just these certain games.
Just who wins?
Just who wins.
Or ties or whatever.
On the left is home, right? On the
Yeah, on the left is home.
draw.
Okay, draw. Two, Archie.
Is Suarez playing with Uruguay this weekend? Remember, this is international break.
Oh yeah,
international break.
he's
So that throws everything out
And
of.
Messi
It's
is not playing
They're
also.
missing 5 games.
But you know what? No, I think Miami's not playing this weekend.
He's playing.
He's playing. They're playing.
According to the MLS.
Okay.
You know what? In true MLS fashion, I'm going to say New York wins. Just weird result.
Okay,
New York
and I
wins.
say the New York.
Draw.
Okay. The next one is
Orlando, the last
that's the last one.
Colorado,
Okay.
Houston.
Colorado, Houston. Yeah, this guy's taking too long. Colorado.
Colorado.
Houston.
Houston is poor this year. They
Very
miss
poor.
Herrera big.
And Herrera is
And
not.
Carrasquilla is going to be with Panama. Colorado. Give me Colorado.
Okay.
Colorado.
Okay, and
LAFC, Nashville.
LAFC.
LAFC. I don't think
No,
they
Nashville.
don't get hit as hard in the international window. LAFC because Boanga.
But they are losing everything now. How many they won? They haven't won. No?
I'll still take LAFC.
Okay, that's good. So you say LAFC, I say Nashville.
Draw.
Draw. Okay. Now
Orlando,
the score on
Austin.
Orlando. The score.
1-1. There's the 1 of 7 points right there. It's 1.
1-1.
1-2 Orlando.
I say 1-0 Orlando.
2-1 Orlando.
Okay, perfect. What is next, Gio? ¿Tenemos otra gráfica? We have another graphic.
No,
No, we're good.
¿Ya no tenemos nada?
no, yeah.
Okay, so can you give us 5 minutes?
Okay.
Regrésanos. Oh, you know,
There's Hector
Hector
Jimenez. There he is.
Handsome fella.
Oh, it's right here.
There he is. There he is.
Okay, yeah, and my question was exactly like that. Why they don't give? We have a CJ, what is it? Foley, whatever.
Foley.
Yeah.
We have.
I agree. The kids. I want to see more of the kids. I do.
We have
I want to see Micah Burton. I want to
players
see.
that we-
How do you say his name?
Owen Wolff.
No.
He's in that mood, right? He's in that mood.
Yeah, that's the kid I want to. I want to see that kid, and I want to see Micah Burton. I really want to see some of these young kids, especially in this international window. It would be nice to see maybe one of these young players get a
So,
chance.
which players are going to be out? So,
See, international
Komanich
break.
out,
Cascante is out.
Cascante out,
Kolmanich is out.
Pereira out.
Yeah.
Paredes with Venezuela. Yeah. Anybody on the? No, not Rubio. Not
that's it.
Zardes. Not Driussi.
Is Owen with the
No.
Olympics?
Well,
No, we're going out.
yours is going to be half of the
And,
game.
and he's not going to be in the starting 11.
He's not going to be in the starting 11. Or if he is,
think he will.
he may play just a few
Okay.
minutes. Because it can happen what Coleman had. I mean, the problem with Coleman is that going
Yeah,
So,
in.
who do you think is going to be in the center back? If Cascante is not going to be
You'll
there?
have
Heinz.
Hedges.
Heinz and
Heinz
Hedges.
Ike, yeah.
Yeah, Heinz Ike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heinz and Hedges.
Heinz and Hedges.
And in one of the sides is going to be Viro, and the
Viro
other
and
side Gallagher.
Gallagher.
I mean, we
And
can always use
Owen
Suarfito.
with
The
Ring.
Did Ring get called to Finland? Is he playing with
No,
Finland?
he didn't.
No.
Hasn't for years.
Okay,
He's
so
retired.
that's.
So Owen and
I mean,
Phil and
Austin
Ring.
does not get as
Philly one
affected by
side,
the international
Rigoni,
window as other teams.
Rubio.
They're lucky. They're lucky
Yeah.
like that.
No,
one.
not like that.
Definitely.
So-
And Orlando, I don't think they have.
The goalkeeper.
Lodero, I don't know if he's going with Uruguay or not.
How about
Muriel?
the goalkeeper?
Gaese with Peru, probably.
Peru, yeah.
Muriel, he hasn't played for Colombia in a while, right? He just signed.
Mickey
with-
Mouse? No?
Mickey Mouse. Mickey's.
It's in Orlando.
Who
Yeah.
else is? Facundo Torres, Uruguay show, but I don't think he's in the Uruguay. They've got some good players, but
Well, that's what I'm saying.
but I
1-0.
think they're a little. They've had a lot of games at the start of the season. They had 4 in CONCACAF, so I think Austin can get a draw there.
Okay, perfecto. So what else we have? Hey, this guy was so positive today, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, look, I'm seeing.
So positive, like Philadelphia was positive with Pachuca.
No, because
6-0.
we didn't have full
What
stadium
I'm
because the
not,
sun was out.
it's not. I'm not feeling very positive about MLS and Copa Champions. I'll say that. And Miami, can they do it? Yes, but I mean, maybe Columbus. Maybe it's going to be.
So what is going to
it's
happen?
gonna be-
Columbus
What
is
is
the
going to
worst.
happen in the
America.
League's Cup, Archie? What's going to happen in the
Columbus has the
Lisco
worst.
with Austin FC? I mean, Pumas and Monterrey.
A quick death.
It's gonna be. I think that's gonna be. Yeah, that's.
It's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, I mean not ugly, but I think they're gonna lose both games.
I think it's gonna be ugly.
It's just gonna be really. I mean, Monterrey is really good. I mean, really good. I think
Pumas is
Monterrey is
not
gonna win
bad.
CONCACAF.
Yeah.
Pumas is better than Mazatlan and Ciudad Juarez.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so
Yeah,
you know.
the only part that is going to be good is that it's going to be the preseason for the
Christian
Mexican team.
Vasquez deserved to be on the.
Brandon Vasquez?
Brandon Vasquez.
Yeah,
on the,
he's playing
national
really
team.
well.
He's playing really well.
They got Sergio Canales. I mean, Monterrey looks
So-
great. Monterrey, I think, will win CONCACAF champions.
So are
Really?
you going to
Okay.
say to the coach also the same as you did it for the Mazatlan, that we are so lucky that
But yeah, yeah, definitely.
I'm not media officer this year. That's going to be Michelle Sanchez.
Perfect. Archie, thank you very much for being
Thank
here.
you, guys.
And
Miguelito.
we need
Thank you.
to do this again. We
Thank
need
you,
to do
Eric.
this again. Of
course.
Eric.
And I tell you, I mean,
Thank you.
we got to do una apuesta. We have to bet my 7 points over the next 4 games.
Oh, let's do that. Let's see 4 weeks. Can you?
Double or nothing on the tacos. You gotta
Hey,
give me like.
don't or nothing.
You know
with
what?
the
I
taco.
want the tacos
I
here.
want Q2 tacos.
Okay.
I want
no, no.
Q2
That's
stadium
too
tacos.
expensive. That's
No,
too expensive.
no, no, I don't
That's
No,
expensive.
you want one
At the
one taco,
stadium.
right?
One taco.
No, we bring them here.
No, I want to get it
Let's
at
do
the
4
game.
weeks.
He
No.
wants it at the game.
I want it to
the
hurt in your
the
pocket.
$20 per
So
taco
the $5 taco. You want the $5 taco
versus the $20
versus
taco.
the $20 taco, and the same
It's the
thing,
same
right?
taco. Yeah, it's the same taco.
¿Qué quieres?
So we'll do this. So 7
súbete.
points. 7 points from us in the next 4
Súbete,
games.
Súbete. Huh?
Or 7 or
7
more.
points. Okay, so
7 or more.
let's meet in
So
in
7
4
or more?
weeks.
7 or more.
Súbete.
Or 7 or
Let's
less.
meet in 4 weeks.
No, it's
let's
they
see
reach
5 weeks.
7. 7.
Seven is yours.
Okay.
7.
So 6 or less.
6 or less, gana Jorge.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do 5 weeks. Let's do 5 weeks because
No, I said 4.
4 weeks. No.
Voy con 4.
Okay.
Alright,
4 weeks.
okay,
I
wait a
see you
minute.
4 weeks here.
How many times have we bet and you've won?
You always win.
0.
Zero.
0.
Do you know that he made me walk as Uncle Sam in the Capitol? It was like 10 years ago.
It's 2012.
Wow.
We did a
2012.
USA-Mexico bet.
12 years
Jorge
ago.
dressed up as Uncle Sam and had to walk singing
Like,
God Bless
oh,
America up to
okay.
the Star Spangled Banner up to the
Of
Capitol.
the capital. And everybody taking pictures of me.
It was like,
You're a good American, Arch.
anyways, so guys, I want you to compromise. 4 weeks. I see you guys here.
Maybe.
Oh, let's say 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. I'll be
Okay,
here.
5 weeks.
Okay.
So let's say 5 weeks. So we have the 4. No, I'm gonna bring the tacos here. I'll bring them from whatever. But I bring the taco if you win. If not,
If you win,
That's okay.
let's get
Tacos.
hamburguesas. No hamburguesas, güey.
Hamburguesas.
hamburguesas? ¿De qué?
Hot dogs. You're American, right?
Yeah, you want the burgers from
No,
where?
I prefer tacos, man.
Yeah, pinches hamburguesas, ¿sabes? Sí, no.
We're Americans. We live in Texas.
Yeah, we live in Texas. We prefer tacos.
Exactly. Okay, guys. Gio, Iturralde Controles, thank you very much, Gio. She's desperate. She's like, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go, Gio. Gracias.
Adios.
Adios.